Hello friends. In this video, we learn how to speak English fast and easy with a simple daily life story. My Day at the Open Houses. The story uses very short sentences and common daily words. You can read, listen, and repeat after me. This will help you speak good English, speak fast English, and speak with confidence. Let's start and enjoy learning English.
I woke up early. The sun was bright. I said, "Wow, today looks good." I brushed my teeth. I washed my face. I smiled in the mirror. I said, "Let's go explore houses today." I had my breakfast, toast and eggs. A glass of milk. I felt strong. I wore my best shirt, blue jeans, white shoes. I was ready. I walked to the first house. It was big. It had a red door. I said, "Oh, nice." I went inside. The agent smiled. He said, "Welcome." I said, "Thank you." I looked around. The living room was clean. The sofa was soft. The carpet was new. I sat for 1 second. Oops. The agent looked at me. I jumped up. We both laughed. The kitchen was shiny. Big fridge. Big oven. I said, "I can cook pizza here." The agent laughed again. I felt happy. But I also thought, this house is too big for me. The second house was small, but very cute. It had a green gate, flowers outside. I said, "Wow, so pretty." Inside was cozy. Small table, 2 chairs. I said, "Perfect for coffee." The bathroom was tiny. I said, "Uh-oh, not much space." But I thought, a small house, small problems, but maybe too small for me. The third house was funny. The walls were pink. Bright pink. I said, "Oh my." The agent said, "Trendy color." I smiled. The bedroom had mirrors everywhere. I saw myself 10 times. I said, "Hello, hello, hello." I laughed at myself. The bathroom had a gold sink. I said, "Wow, I feel rich." But I also thought, too shiny for me. I was tired. I sat in a cafe. I ordered a burger. Fries too. A cold drink. I ate fast. I was hungry. I said, "Food is also a house for the stomach." The man next to me laughed. I laughed too. The fourth house was huge, like a palace. Big gate. Big garden. I said, "Can I live here?" The agent said, "If you pay 1 million. I said, "Oh no. Maybe next life." We both laughed. The living room had a piano. I touched one key. I plinguam. The sound was nice. I said, "I am a musician now." The agent clapped. We laughed again. But the price was too high. I said, "Dream house, not real house." The fifth house was very old. The paint was broken. The doors made sounds. Creak, creak. I walked slowly. It felt like a scary movie. The lights flickered. I said, "Oh no, ghosts?" The agent whispered, "Don't worry, just old wires." We laughed nervously. In Jing, I thought, this house needs love. Maybe one day it can shine again. Walking back, I thought about all the houses, big, small, new, old. I said to myself, houses are like people. Each one is different. Each one has a story. I felt motivated. I thought, my life is also a house. I must keep it clean. I must keep it strong, and I must keep it full of love. I smiled. The day was funny. The day was also wise. I was happy. I walked out of the old house. I took a deep breath. I said, "Phew, I'm alive." The agent laughed. He said, "You are brave." I said, "No, I am just hungry again." We both laughed louder. The sixth house looked modern. White walls, big glass windows. I said, "Wow, so shiny." Inside, it was open. No walls, just space. Kitchen, living room, dining table, all in one. I said, "If I cook onions, the whole house will smell like onions." The agent laughed. I walked to the bedroom. Big bed, soft pillows. I jumped on it. Boing, the agent gasped. I said, "Sorry, I just tested comfort." We laughed again. I went to see the balcony. I opened the glass door. But oops, it was locked. I pushed hard. My face touched the glass. Thud! The agent laughed so much. I laughed too. I said, "This house kissed me first." The seventh house was colorful. Blue walls, yellow chairs, red sofa. I said, "Looks like a rainbow." The kitchen had funny tiles, pictures of fruits, banana tile, apple tile, orange tile. I said, "Wow, free fruit every day." The bathroom had fish designs. I said, "Am I in the sea?" The agent smiled, but I thought, this house feels like a cartoon. Maybe good for kids, not for me. I sat in the park. Birds sang. Children played. I said, life is also like open houses. Some days are big. Some days are small. Some days are funny. But every day is special. I felt strong again. The eighth house was near the river. The view was beautiful. Water shined. Boats moved slowly. I said, "This is paradise." Inside was cool. Fresh air. Soft lights. I said, "I can write books here." But the agent said, "This house floods sometimes." I said, "Oh no, free swimming pool?" We laughed. I thought, every good thing has a challenge, but still, beauty is worth it. The ninth house was strange. It had secret doors, a small door behind the shelf. I opened it. A narrow path. I said, "Where does this go?" The agent said, "Maybe storage." I walked inside. Dark. Cold. I said, "Maybe ghosts again." We ran out fast. Then we laughed. I thought, this house is mysterious. Life is also mysterious, but mystery makes it fun. The sun started to go down. My feet were tired, but my heart was happy. I said, "I saw so many houses today. Each house gave me a smile. Each house gave me a thought." I bought ice cream, chocolate flavor. I sat on a bench. I licked the ice cream slowly. I said, "Sweet end to a sweet day." I thought deeply. Some houses were big. Some houses were small. Some houses were old. Some houses were new. But all houses had value. People are like houses. Some look shiny. Some look broken. But each one is important. Each one is special. And me? I am also a house. I must keep my mind clean. I must keep my heart open. I must welcome joy inside. Yes, That is my lesson today. I smiled. I walked home, not rich, not poor, but happy.